So we're almost a third of the way through the year, so naturally it's time to make videos about who will win Game of the Year. I know what you're thinking, it's far too early to be making predictions, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Jesus Christ be praised.
See, although the Game of the Year is an award show that can sometimes be not 100% accurate, at least in my personal opinion, I do often agree with the decisions that are made. Baldurs Gate 3 deserved it. Elden Ring earned it. Red Dead Redemption 2 changed
Game of the Year goes to God of War.
Wait, God of War?
I don't get you.
Really? Okay, so it's not always the game that I would vote for, but on the whole, it's mainly right. It's also a huge deal nowadays, as just last year, over 150 million people tuned into the awards, so it shows how much people value it. It is always a landmark moment in gaming, because as the years have gone by, more people have gotten into gaming. Games have increased in quality and quantity, and the winner often leaves a stamp in the history books. The winner also often gets thrust into the spotlight and goes on to gain even more success than it had before. To win the award has huge advantages. This year will be no different. Now, I've played almost every game released this year, and in my opinion, none have come even close to reaching the level of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I don't really think any other will, as I consider Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 a genre-defining game. It offers so much, it's exceeded so many expectations, and I just don't see another open-world game matching its quality. So in this video, I will give you my reasoning on why it should win, and yes, I will address the elephant in the room, as one game will come out later this year, hopefully, that could easily compete or likely exceed the quality of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and that is GTA 6. But that is no guarantee, as 2018 showed us. So without dragging my intro out anymore, let's get into it and I will explain how Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 could win Game of the Year in 2025. Quick side note, as always, thank you for all your support. If you are new here and you enjoy video game discussion, please consider subscribing. Okay, so before I explain why I think it could win Game of the Year, let me first explain everything that the game gets right and what sets it apart from other games. And there's a lot. So first of all, let's start with the writing, as every Game of the Year winner often has a great story, strong characters and moments that provoke emotion. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has exceeded expectations, with its richly layered writing, a compelling main story, nuanced character development, and an even more immersive historical setting. The writing elevates the game beyond typical RPG narratives, delivering dialogue that feels authentic to the period, while still emotionally resonant. The main story continues Henry's journey with great narrative maturity, balancing personal stakes with the broader chaos of the 15th century Bohemia, and it introduces complex moral choices that challenge player values. Characters, both returning and new, are more dynamic, with deeper motivations and evolving relationships that feel organically tied to the player's actions. From political tensions to peasant struggles, every detail helps anchor the world that feels both alien and yet deeply human, making the experience not just entertaining, but historically enlightening. With over 120 quests, each one handwritten and voice acted, and decision making that actually impacts the world, this game reaches the standards set by games before it. Witcher 3 had an amazing story with a huge list of side quests, each with decision making and unique well-written stories. Baldurs Gate 3 did the same. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is now the next game to match the quality of writing in both side quests and the main quest, and the quantity is there as well. As a result, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has some of the best writing and best quest-related content in gaming. It might even be considered by some as the best. There is very little filler content, with each quest feeling unique. The second aspect is its open world. First of all, the game's map is huge, offering 2 different regions to explore. Each has a huge amount of points of interest for you to discover, over 1,000 actually. There's random encounters, towns, shops, and side quests galore. The graphics are absolutely stunning and rival any top tier game. The game even includes one of the richest, most alive cities in the open world genre with Kuttenberg. NPCs feel alive as they all have daily schedules. So not only is the map huge, but there is so much content within it and that no space is wasted. The map is not too big and everything feels worth your time. We've seen games like Skyrim, Witcher 3 and Elden Ring provide massive maps with interesting things in every location, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 does this as well, but on an even more detailed level. First of all, the historical world itself is an even more vivid recreation of medieval life. Painstakingly researched, it brings forests, castles and daily life during these times to life. The realism in the world is incredible. Just walk through the forest and look around. Every inch is handcrafted, from the rocks, trees, branches, pathways. Nothing feels copy-pasted. It's as accurate as a walk through the woods in real life. The buildings in Kuttenberg all look unique and you can enter most of them. Basically, the map is not just large, it is historically accurate and handcrafted in every inch. It is a special open world, and many other game developers, they just copy and paste assets, have large open empty spaces, and a lot of filler content like fetch quests. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 matches the size of those games, but does not compromise on any quality. It is, in my opinion, levels above any other open world games that have come out this year. Oh, and by the way, remember Oblivion had the arena? Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has one as well, which repeats once a week, each one introducing new enemies, new prizes, and different classes. This is like 0.1% of the entire map activities offered. That is an amazing feat. Now, despite the game receiving high praise, some people have commented that they've struggled to get into it for various reasons. So if you bounced off Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because the survival mechanics or combat was too punishing, there's now a way to fix that and still enjoy the masterpiece that everyone's talking about. Thanks to today's video sponsor, you can customize your gaming experience however you want with WeMod. WeMod lets you customize nearly any PC game, combat, money, skills, survival, all with just one click. They have over 34,000 reviews on Trustpilot and maintain a 4.9 star rating. The app also works with over 3,000 PC games, including Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Cyberpunk and Witcher 3, and if they don't have the game that you want, let them know and they'll work to add it. The tool is very easy to use. Just click on the first link in the description and download the free app. After launching it, you'll see thousands of games to browse through, and if you click onto them, you can see all the mods available for that game. It also auto-detects your games and shows you every available mod. Just click and play. You can toggle each of these on or off and can customize your experience whilst playing the game. You can even launch the game directly from the app, so it's super user friendly. Now, just to give you an example of some of the mods available with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, you have the God mode where you can ignore hits, infinite health or infinite stamina for those who are having trouble with combat. There's infinite energy and infinite nourishment for those who don't like the survival mechanics. The ability to upskill levels and perks if you want to skip the grind on a second playthrough, or you just don't have the time to blacksmith for hours. And you even have the ability to create as much money as you want. You can also add the option to save the game whenever you'd like, without the save your snaps. This app gives you a whole new way to experience video games, and it's super easy to use. An example for me would be Elden Ring. I bought the DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree, and I was already at level 120, but I'd chosen to start a new game, which prevented me from reaching the DLC. I skipped 80 hours of regrinding in Elden Ring thanks to WeMod. I maxed my build, reached the DLC instantly, and then toggled the mods off. Total control. Due to the fact you can flick the mods on or off quickly, it makes it super convenient. WeMod is free, easy to use, and every player should have this kind of control. Click on the link below and download for free, and everybody should be able to experience Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and hopefully this helps some people get to experience it. And I just want to say a huge thank you to WeMod for sponsoring today's video and helping me finally enjoy Shadow of the Erdtree in Elden Ring. Anyway, back to the video. The next point to discuss is the RPG mechanics and the player freedom. So first of all, the player has many stats to level up, including vitality, blacksmithing, archery and alchemy. In order to level these up, the player must do those activities. For example, shoot arrows to level up archery. This rewards the player for doing activities within the world, and it's full of them. You can blacksmith, where you can make weapons and armor, you can make potions at the alchemy stations, and you can go to the combat arenas to train. This makes every playthrough and player experience unique, as everyone will have their own approach. Some games keep you on the guided path with quest markers. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 encourages you to get out there and shape your own story. The world reacts to player actions, and there is a bounty system. NPCs react to the player, you can pickpocket people, attack them, and sneak around. Dialogue options change depending on your reputation, what you're wearing, how well you speak. If you get caught sneaking around someone's house, they'll go around and check their chests to see if they've been robbed. If you wear an item stolen from an NPC in front of them, they'll react. If you have a reputation for stealing in a town, guards will stick close to you. The world is always reacting to your actions. This goes double with side quests and dialogue, as decision making plays a major role. First of all, stats and perks come into dialogue, meaning if you have a high enough level in a certain skill, for example drinking, you will pass certain dialogue checks and get unique content. This means every skill is important, both in the open world and within conversations, which adds layers to role-playing. Side quests also offer true player freedom to how you approach them. You have different choices you can make. You can ignore objectives and forge your own path. An example is one quest where you are asked to help clean up trash behind a toilet. Now, you can refuse, convince someone else to do it, or you can do it yourself. But what if you already cleared the trash before taking the quest? Well, unique dialogue will appear, and the quest giver will acknowledge that you, for some unknown reason, went and did it already. This game has over 100 side quests, and each are just as detailed as this. Just like Baldurs Gate 3 before it, if the player thinks, I wonder if I can do this, the game will not only allow them to do it most times, but it will acknowledge it too. This provides not just great replay value, but it also gives the player true freedom and the ability to roleplay however they want. Baldurs Gate 3 won Game of the Year for its decision making and role-playing freedom, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is up to the same standards as well, with the script for dialogue exceeding 2 million words, making it the longest of all time, with Baldurs Gate 3 coming in second. Players can also dress how they want, get a haircut and customize Henry however they'd like. Not only does this give each player a cosmetic look, but it also changes stats. For example, if you wear dark clothes, you'll be hidden at night. If you wear armor, you'll be more easily detected as you make noise when you walk. Even bathing is important, as if you don't wash, you'll stink and enemies will smell you. This game is an RPG of the highest caliber, and it's been many years since we saw a game be this detailed and as big as it is. So in summary, this game is a true RPG that offers true player freedom and leveling. It matches the size of The Witcher 3 in its world and side quest quantity, but it also matches the quality. It has the role-playing and dialogue options of Baldurs Gate 3, and an open world even more detailed than Elden Ring. So not only does this game have so much unique to it, but it also matches the strong points of previous Game of the Year winners before it. It is a once-in-a-lifetime game, but you need to know the story of how it came to be. See, back in 2009, Daniel Vavra left 2K Games after working on the Mafia 2 and went on to found Warhorse Studios. His idea? Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, an open-world RPG based in medieval Bohemia. He went to many studios to get funding for the concept, but every single publisher said no. Most people would give up at this point, but Vavra decided he'd skip the whole publisher step and just go to get crowdfunding. They launched a Kickstarter campaign in 2014 asking for £300,000 just to prove that there was demand for the game. The campaign was a huge success and raised £1.1 million from over 35,000 backers. After this, they were able to get additional funding, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was born in 2018. That game went on to sell 8 million copies, and then they took that formula, improved on it in every way, and then released Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, to give you an idea, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 cost $40 million to make. Dragon Age the Veilguard cost $250 million, and Assassin's Creed Shadows $150 million. So this little studio, 10 years ago, didn't even have a game. They didn't exist. They had no support and no chance. Then the fans supported them, and look at the miracle of today's game. They managed to defy the odds, break the system, and have now released a game that is better than both Dragon Age the Veilguard and Assassin's Creed Shadows, and yet it cost a fraction to make. Publishers wouldn't fund them. Big publishers want Assassin's Creed Shadows with its microtransactions. They want online looter shooters like Concord. And when fans say, "No, we want this," they say, "No, you don't. You want online hero shooters. You don't want Dragon Age Origins, you want Dragon Age the Veilguard." Warhorse Studios and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 are everything great about gaming. They represent the heart of gaming, the passion for making games just for the love of it. They are the studio that shouldn't exist. Big AAA gaming studios didn't want to let them into the party, but they came in anyway, and have now, on just their second attempt, made a game that Ubisoft, EA, and Bethesda could only dream of making. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has received stellar reviews from almost every publisher, is adored by most fans, and has already sold over 2 million copies. The game is a classic in terms of its metric scoring, and it's well deserved. I also want to explain that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 saved an entire genre, the true RPG genre. You see, Dragon Age Origins used to be like that, an RPG with decision making and depth. BioWare threw that formula in the bin and decided to release Dragon Age the Veilguard last year with fast-paced combat and cartoony graphics. They turned their back on fans of the RPG genre and tried to get in on the online hero shooter thing. That's what the game was originally supposed to be, but they ended up changing plans last minute, but that's why it plays the way it does. They wanted Fortnite money. I loved Bethesda when they released Fallout 3, but now they've released Fallout 76, which is an online MMO, and it makes them fortunes. Assassin's Creed used to be a well-written story game, now it's a game stuffed with microtransactions. So what is the point of me bringing up all these other games? AAA studios have abandoned gaming fans who love the deep stories, the RPGs with true freedom, games of quality. Nowadays, they all just want to be the next Fortnite. They stopped making quality games and instead tried to get the game online so they could cash in on their customers. They prioritized money over everything, and the gaming landscape keeps shifting that way. But then Baldurs Gate 3, Witcher 3, Elden Ring, these games showed that people still want the quality of a good offline content-rich game. That is why they won gamers' hearts and ultimately won Game of the Year. They made games for fans, for the love of gaming. They are everything right with the gaming industry, and Dragon Age Veilguard, Fallout 76 and Concord are everything wrong with it. They represent greed. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Warhorse are the next game to follow in their footsteps of valuing their customers. They have fan conventions, communicate with their followers, add free content often, and they refuse to put in microtransactions or abandon their formula. The game itself is amazing, and it's pushed gaming forward, so for that reason it deserves a chance to win Game of the Year. But it's what it represents that makes me pray for its victory. They saved the RPG genre, just like Baldurs Gate 3 did before it. Now, based on the quality of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and the quality of its competitors, I think it will definitely be up for a nomination. I mean, the gap between Avowed, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is massive. Those other two games are miles away, despite both being RPGs and having much larger budgets and marketing. Meaning, I feel it will come down to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 versus Grand Theft Auto 6 for Game of the Year. The only things guaranteed in life are death, taxes, and that GTA 6 will be an amazing game. Of that, there is no doubt. I'm sure it will be just as good as ever, but as 2018 showed us, anything can happen. That year, God of War beat out the behemoth that was Red Dead Redemption 2. So to say GTA 6 is a guaranteed win, it's not written in stone. But we all know GTA 6 is going to be mind-blowing, but let's say it comes out, and it's even better than Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like, one of the best looking. Well, I think we need to consider stats to make it fair. See, Rockstar is a billion-dollar giant in the industry, with multiple hugely successful games under their belt. Warhorse is a brand new studio, and this is only their second attempt. Rockstar have a bigger studio, more staff, more established presence, and bigger marketing. Also, Grand Theft Auto 6 has cost $2 billion to make, whereas Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 only took $40 million to make. So if GTA 6 costs 50 times as much to make, then really it should be 50 times as good. If it's just twice as good, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 would still have cost a 50th of the amount of money that it took to make GTA 6. I think we have to consider that Warhorse is a new, smaller studio that publishers didn't want in the industry, and Rockstar are huge. Also, what if Rockstar do charge $100 for their new game? Is that the game that we would want to win Game of the Year? That would send a message to the industry that that's the new acceptable price. With everything happening right now at Nintendo, with their price hikes and physical games that don't really exist, the gaming industry is moving in a bad direction, if you're a fan like me. Some will have to leave gaming completely, as they can't afford to keep going with the hobby. But then, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 by Warhorse, which was sold at $60, and gives more content than all of its competitors, who have all charged more money for poorer games. In other words, Baldurs Gate 3 was a huge victory for gamers, as it showed how much we value passion from the studio, good writing, and games that respect our intelligence. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 winning Game of the Year would send that same message. But in summary, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is an amazing game. It is one of the greatest RPGs made to date, with so much player freedom and mechanics within it. The open world is not only huge, but incredibly detailed and rewards the player for exploring. The writing respects the player's intelligence with emotional subjects and morally complex decision making. It takes that baton from games like Witcher 3, Baldurs Gate 3 and Skyrim and improves it in every way. Morrowind was a huge deal for its time, but Bethesda went in another direction. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the sequel to that game in 2025, and fans love it. This game is not only a masterpiece, but it has pushed the entire genre of offline RPGs forward and thrust them into the spotlight. It has introduced an entirely new crowd to the genre and made it popular again, and its studio defied the odds and exceeded expectations by overcoming the rejection of major publishers and sticking to their vision. It levels up not only its competition this year, but of many great games that came before it. When you look at all the other great games to win Game of the Year, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 matches them all and in some cases excels. Witcher 3 won for its amazing writing, decision making and quality of its side quests. Elden Ring for its amazing combat and open world. Baldurs Gate 3 for its role-playing and player freedom. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 not only excels in every aspect that made these games great, but it improves on a lot of them and has a lot more on top of it. GTA 6 may come out and be the better game, but if it does come out for $100, it will set a bad precedent for future gaming costs, and the fact that the game costs 50 times as much to make means that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has achieved something absolutely remarkable. So the fact that it excels in everything that made past Game of the Year winners, and the fact that it puts AAA studios to shame with its modest budget, this game is a serious contender. It is, for all of these reasons, that I feel Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 could and should win Game of the Year for 2025. Whether that happens, only time will tell. Anyway, that's it for this one, but what do you guys think? Do you think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 could win Game of the Year? Or do you think it will go to GTA 6? Or is there another outsider that you think could win it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please give it the thumbs up, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'm Av Gaming, where we do video game analysis, identifying what makes great games great, and what could make good games great as well. Thanks for watching, Av out.